Peter. First of all, you mentioned that the Denver community is being very conservative at 180 gallons or 170 gallons per capita. And Bridget next to you thought, gee, that sounds like a lot of water. What are these people doing with all that water? Could you break this down and show, I don't think I use personally in my shower that much water a day. Where does that water go? How do you break that down? That's the first part. The second part is, obviously we have some examples that Jonathan has seen with incredible water conservation efforts. I'm going to hold up Pat Mulroy in Las Vegas, perhaps, or maybe some of these people in Albuquerque or elsewhere who could really point the way for us in terms of water conservation on where we are in the Upper Basin, where we actually perhaps don't have the gravity of a problem that they have.
Just the question of 170, it was 200, it was well over 220 years ago. So when I said they've made great progress, so it's a little bit of where you start and where you're headed. About half of Denver water's use is for residential lawn watering. You say that's a lot, well, probably 2/3 to 3/4 of Grand Junction's raw water or water use is for residential lawn watering. When we look at higher on the west slope, now we can say, well, we're here next to the rivers, but where the savings, where you really have the savings, it's not indoor use. We can be very efficient. We can make sure we can recycle water. We do lots of things with water that goes into a washing machine. We use it, we send it back to the river as long as we treat it up. He's putting it on bluegrass lawns that require 60 or 70 inches of rain. You know, if it were natural, it would require 60 or 70 inches of precipitation. That's where we've got to make the cultural change. And that's where many places like Las Vegas, what's Las Vegas doing? They're paying people $2 a square foot to tear up their lawns. They can put their sods in the trash can and replace them with rocks. And that sounds good, but is that quality of life? Is that really what you want to have in a community? Is having, xeriscape. And I think Denver and others are doing the right thing. They're trying to introduce native grasses with useless water. They're trying to say if you're going to build a home, put in soil amendments and things like that that can significantly reduce your water. So in my view, we could use a lot more people can live in the metro area with the same amount of water. The same thing has happened. Southern California coastal plain has doubled their population growth since the last time they've added a new water supply because of conservation, recycling, reuse. The bottom line is smaller